Hello, Sean Reynolds here. I have a story for you. One which involves a particular talking rabbit. Now I know what you're thinking. What talking rabbit? Well, I think it best just to hear the story.
Note, use of imagination required. Much of this feature is audio only, but for a reason.
Grab some popcorn, settle back, and enjoy.
So one day, a fellow named Sean Reynolds, who happens to be a nobody, found himself shadow banned across the internet. But he was never one to give in, and so he wrote a song about it.
Throwing it down just like the Holy Spirit wants me to, but every time I turn around I get the pale of the blues. I'm being censored, blacklisted, algorithms got me all congested. I don't rap like other rappers do just cause I don't want to. Is he marketable? No, I don't think so. He keeps saying things that offends the masses. If he just changes words, he'd have it go. Alright guys, let me speak for myself now. These are the end times, I'm a witness of the Lord. Things are gonna be this way, and you can say what you want, but this is just how things are gonna be. I don't wanna be famous, I don't wanna be marketable. Hell, I just wanna be me. Me. Can I just be myself? Do you hear what I say? Can I be who I am? Can I just be me? Shadow banned. I'm living in a land where I've been shadow banned. But the truth will still get out, cause everything is in God's hands. There ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out. Get out, get out. I've been doing my part, you see, every time I make a new song. It's not my fault if other people don't listen, want to sing along, but it's all here, all you gotta do is pay attention to the words. We're in the end days, Jesus is king and Satan's about to be cast to the birds. There's an agenda in the synagogue of Satan is running the show, but prophecy says they're about to be brought low. And those who follow them will be brought low too. You're among the few to hear the song. If you want to believe it, the choice is up to you. Shadow band, I'm living in a land where there ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out. Get out, get out. There are quite a few witnesses just like me, doing the same thing I'm doing and planting seeds. Just like ripples in the water, one won't go very far, but with 144,000 there'll be a wave big enough to darken the stars. Shadow banned. I'm living in a land where I've been shadow banned. But the truth will still get out, cause everything is in God's hands. There ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out. Get out, get out. There ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out. Get out, get out. There ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out. Get out, get out. There ain't no need for me to scream and shout. No, there ain't no need for me to scream and shout, cause everything's gonna still get out.
It was around this same moment in time when the alphabet Wabbit was auditioning for American Idol. Okay, I'm standing up here dressed up like a great big rabbit. Got big old bunny ears. I look like a furry. But you guys asked me who I am, and it's too late to back out now. So here goes. I can think of 2, maybe 3 or
for things that can turn the mountains, highways, melt the snow into springs. And I can keep a compass carrot with me wherever I go. And I can honk my horn to let them know they driving too slow. I can pour a bin and fly my kite in the storm. And I can turn my trousers up at the bottom like it's the norm. And I can eat an apple core every other day and hold the seeds in my pocket to keep the doctors at bay. Hey. Nah, what's up, Doc?
Who is this?
I'm the alphabet wabbit.
Oh, okay. Have you stopped eating apples yet?
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I do not believe
it. Such a little stinker. So why they call me the alphabet wabbit? I'm about to show you. Listen up. Africa to Africa, it's a color when I hop a chorus at the upper what can say is up. Africa to Africa, it's a color when I hop a chorus at the upper what can say is up. I can sing the alphabet and you don't even know it, and I can use the alphabet to conjure words like a poet, and I can hold it and show it and close it, even if I want to. I can blow it and throw it and make it appear again and get to know it. Voices, I'm better with letters, the numbers don't matter, cause I can still advertise multiple choices to deduct the answer to the forces pushing my cerebral cortex until my mouth can make noises. Africa to Africa, it's a color when I hop a chorus at the upper what can say is up. Africa to Africa, it's a color when I hop a chorus at the upper what can say is up.
Say is up.
This is what it feels like on top of the world. Make the gray skies go away. This is what it's like when you own the world. What it feels like every day. Da 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 da. If you don't use it, you lose it. You have to start again and make a decision to choose it. Don't bruise it, confuse it. When the alarm goes off, I make a decision not to snooze it, abuse it. Gotta face the world like you other truck and rule it. Don't fool it, just swirl it. Hold your hand high like you all it. But that's not it. Africa to Africa, it's a color when the upper chorus at the upper what can say is up. Africa to Africa, it's a color when the upper chorus at the upper what can say is up. This is what it feels like on top of the world. Make the gray skies go away. This is what it's like when you own the world. What it feels like every day.
Yeah.
This has been the Alphabet Wabbit. But what is your name, mate?
My name is not important. I'm a man in a rabbit costume and I come from nowhere. So after being denied by the judges, the alphabet wabbit grew very, very sad.
What is wrong with me?
He thought.
How come I'm never good enough? If only I had a very, very close associate to help me improve my craft.
Meanwhile, Sean Reynolds was discovering that he was not only shadow banned, but being pursued by the long hand of the law.
Yeah, the law evidently has a very long hand.
And, of course, in typical Sean Reynolds fashion, he wrote a song about it.
Brother, we good. Man, everything is great up in this neighborhood. And I'm always wearing this great hood. Yeah, brother, we good. What's in my pocket? Who wants to know? Man, why I gotta tell you just cause you the popo? I've been doing everything I should. So, brother, we good. Have a nice day, sir, that's what I wanna hear. And why the heck you in my face and yelling in my ear? I'd write it on my forehead if I could. Yeah, brother, we good. Why you gotta zero in on me just because I have a Christian cross on my hoodie? Wait, what are you doing? Throwing me to the ground. Why's your hand on my face? And why you still yelling in my ears? Mr. Police, I think I'm being too nice. It just ain't right. No, it just ain't right. Whoa, hold on now, what? Let's go, huh? I tried to stand, but you knocked me back down. Look, your buddies are here, they're holding my face on the ground. And all I'm breathing is dirt, can't even make a sound. Anybody got a camera? Better get this shit down. You ain't even
searching my pockets, I thought that's what you wanted to know. Take a look at your CDs and my own billfold. But you never listen, I can't talk anyway. Brother, we good, that's the last thing I was able to say. Ain't no use in contemplating, this is all the work of Satan. He be sitting there with the master plan, this ain't no game we play. This is what it's talking underneath the NWO. Buy your tickets now, front row, enjoy the show. Call me pinkies everywhere, out in the open, they don't care. And they don't worry about the First Amendment unless it pertains to their I don't worship pagan, socialistic, capitalistic, media controlling, narcissistic, global communist affair. I laugh and cry in my head, I scream for help, but I think I might be dead. No pulse, can't feel my nerves. Oh God, how in the world am I really dead? And then I see in front of me what looks like a great big LCD TV. And I watch as the cops pulled out a 38. They planted that gun. Yes sir, they planted that gun on me. And so my name was slandered and they got away until 3 days later when they entered the grave. And then they come up to me crying, thinking they could repay. And then King Jesus stepped in and listen up, this is what he had to say. We good, brother, everything is great up in this neighborhood. And we always wear these white hoods. Yeah, brother, we good, we good. How do you enter through the gates? Who wants to know, man? Why I gotta tell you just cause you broke ammo? I'd let you in if I could, but brother, we good, we good. Yeah, brother, we good, we good. Yeah, brother, we good, we good. Yeah, brother, we good, we good. Depart from me, I never knew you. We good.
After the untimely death of Sean Reynolds, God rest his soul, the alphabet Wabbit found himself in troubles of his own, pertaining to wolves.
Oh no, the wolves, they're around, I can hear them howl. They've caught my scent, they're on the prowl. You know, that sounds like a song. But this is serious, wolves love to eat wabbits. You know, that was a pretty good song by, what was his name again? Sean Reynolds.
And this got the alphabet Wabbit to thinking about why the good Lord created wabbits, why wabbits are even here.
Even though we presently live on this earth, we are not of this earth. This earth is not our home. Here it's night time, even when the sun shines in the sky. I wonder why people pushing propaganda in our faces.
Yeah, we should all support the New World Order. It's good for us.
No, not I. No, not I. The wolves are around. I can hear them howl. They've caught our scent and they're on the prowl. Get us out of here. Why, oh Lord, are we here? Hear the streets smell higher than the night sky, but they don't care. They're out of their mind. Brainwashing and sorcery does that over time. Why, oh Lord, are we here?
scent and they're on the prowl. Get us out of here. Why, oh Lord, are we here? All around, I can hear them howl. They caught our scent and they're on the prowl. Get us out of here. Why, oh Lord, are we here? This too shall pass.
And so the alphabet Wabbit, being tired of constantly being pursued by the wolves, then did what no Wabbit has ever done before. He went and lived in the ocean. That's right. He lived in the ocean, and he made friends with a shark, a great, big, ferocious shark. Now, this shark wasn't friendly with just anyone. He only made friends with the helpless, the innocent creatures in the ocean, and he protected them, and he went out and bestowed vengeance on their behalf. The great shark was beloved by all the innocent creatures in the ocean, but he was feared, greatly, greatly feared by all the evildoers, all those who tried to eat the innocent. He was also very good with vowels. Of course, this is right up the alphabet Wabbit's alley.
I study things hidden in the dark, the dark. I study things hidden in the dark, the dark. Whenever you see me, know I am a shark, a shark. I sail in on innocent blood, drifting in the murky dark, the dark, the dark. Brother, don't be, please, brother, don't be so hard.
dark is where I find my prey, my prey. Follow the blood to the culprits and make them pay. Follow the blood to the culprits and make them pay, them pay.
You know, that wasn't half bad. Oh, thank you. I'd love to tell you the alphabet Wabbit happily spent the rest of his days there in the ocean with his friend the shark. But if I told you that, it would be a lie. For it wasn't long before the great and mighty shark was brought low by the piercing harpoon of a shark hunter. Yes, man. This hurt the alphabet Wabbit so deeply that he left the ocean, vowing never to return. But where did he go? After all, he had lived in both land and sea. What was left but the air? Yes, the air. The alphabet Wabbit took to the air so well that it was there, finally there, where he found comfort and happiness.
Game begin.
The stewardess and flight attendants served on him hand and foot. And for a fee which the alphabet Wabbit could conveniently afford, they would even keep the wolves away, even those who do not walk on paws. And the alphabet Wabbit was so happy that he took one of Sean Reynolds' old songs and he presented it in a whole new way with a whole new meaning. Yeah, that's what he did. He thought, Sean Reynolds won't mind. I never knew him personally, but I'm sure he won't mind. You know, one day his songs will end up on the public domain anyway, right? And he did all of this just because he was so happy. You know, if I take P-L-A-N-E and I put air in front of it, it'll go a long way with that. That might be interesting, he thought. And so for your delight, I present Life on the Plain.
Distant cry of a wildcat echoing. There's a mother bear beyond that waterfall, her and her cub are fishing. Watch as the wind blows across the plain. Feel the goosebumps on your skin. I thought you said you'd never smile again. Yeah, this is life on the plain. It ain't no video game, even though sometimes it feels the same. We're either insane or this really is the plan. Rising from that mountain top, the folks from town know just where to stop. Seems your friends have followed you here to the plain. Yeah, this is life on the plain. is the plan. I wanna trust my mind above all other things. This is life on the even though sometimes it feels the same.
And what did he get from it? Absolutely nothing. He did it solely because he really enjoyed it. And that inspired the Alphabet Wabbit to write a new song, an original song, one of his very own. Something which he had not done since his friend the shark had unfortunately died. And one day he premiered the song, playing it all throughout the airplane so that everyone aboard could hear. And to be sure, they did hear. Mr. Not Important, sir.
The flight attendant said.
We seem to be having some issues getting the audio to play over the speakers.
Maybe this is why so many never try. They think they are doomed from the start.
There we go.
And it's true, society has made so many believe in lies that have doomed their hearts, lies that have doomed their minds and hearts. Some see, some don't, some can, and some won't. Some will surely be, and some never will. Some will take the first step, and some will stumble at their heels. Which one do you choose to be? Which one do you choose to be? To be. Which one do you choose to be? To be. Which one do you choose to be? Some see, some don't, some can, and some won't. Some will surely be, and some never will. Some will take the first step, and some will stumble at their heels. Stumble and fall. Doesn't that sound like us all? All those who do find a reason to, and those who don't, they won't, they always won't. Some see, some don't, some can, and some won't. Some will surely be, and some never will. Some will take the first step, and some will stumble at their heels. Some see, some don't, some can, and some won't. Some will surely be, and some never will. Some will take the first step, and some will stumble at their heels.
Little did the Alphabet Wabbit realize that sitting aboard that very plane on that very day happened to have been one particular Mr. McCloud. Now, the thing about Mr. McCloud was that he happened to have been a very, very close friend to one particular Sean Reynolds. About 2 weeks later, the Alphabet Wabbit was sitting there, laptop on his food serving tray, composing yet another song, when
One of the stewardess walked up to him and said,
Sir, you have a letter.
The alphabet Wabbit looked up and said, "A letter? For me?" He then slowly took it, surprised that someone would think to even send him a letter. As he opened the letter and started to read, he was in utter amazement.
Dear man in a Wabbit costume, it said, I heard your song, Some See, Some Don't, and I really like it. And I wanted to ask you if maybe you wouldn't mind collabing sometime. You know, we could come up with something really good together.
And I was wondering if maybe you would like to come visit me sometime out here in the plain. You know, I'd like to hear your song in person, and I'd, just like to meet you. And, I promise you I won't be as mean as that, fill-in-the-blank Simon Cowell.
The alphabet Wabbit was utterly dumbfounded. Sean Reynolds is alive? He thought. How is that possible? And he kept reading. I know what you're thinking. How is Sean Reynolds alive? But I assure you I'm not dead. However, I am dead to society. But out here in the plains, surrounded by beautiful mountains, it's perfect. And I don't have to deal with society. I don't have to deal with any of the craziness. I think you would like it, Alphabet Wabbit. I think you would. And the letter ended by saying, just let the captain of your airplane know when you want to come visit. I will arrange to make it happen. Signed, your friend, Sean Reynolds. The Alphabet Wabbit slowly closed the letter. He turned and looked out the airplane window and watched as the wind blew across the airplane wing. And he thought to himself, yeah, it has been a while since I've seen the wind blowing across grass. And it's been a long time since I've felt the sun hit and cover my entire body and not just my face.
And it has been a while since I've heard birds sing and insects buzz, except through the airplane TV or my laptop, of course.
In fact, it's been so long since I've seen any of the world, except through the TV or my laptop or gazing out the window from 30,000 feet. Yes, it's the plane. Not this plane, but the plane. It does sound like a very nice place indeed.
And so the Alphabet Wabbit did what many Wabbits had done before and went to the plane.
There he met Sean Reynolds and his family, and he did become friends with Sean Reynolds, and they did go on to make great music. It wasn't long before the Alphabet Wabbit and Sean Reynolds composed their first song together. For this one, the Alphabet Wabbit sang backup, and Sean Reynolds took the lead. The Alphabet Wabbit, it must be pointed out, was behind the music.
Hearing the same old songs in the same old way. Do you wish somebody would come along, change everything? Do you know not to put your faith in man? Do you know how to pray? What if an answer prayer just happens along and you found me today? Hi there, Sean here, producer of Gray. Why don't you join me as a pioneer, a brand new John Ray? Hi there, Sean here, producer of Gray. Why don't you join me as a pioneer, a brand new John Ray? Look at me making beats in the streets, not making music for the industry. Here we are living in the end of days, not making music for the airwaves. And that being said, this is the music we're gonna play when God resurrects the dead. With a wee bit of faith, I can see it now. This is the music gonna be jumping, bumping, rocking inside their heads. old songs in the same old way? Do you wish somebody would come along and change everything? Do you know not to put your faith in man? Do you know how to pray? What if an answer prayer just happens along and you found me today? This is the music they're gonna play when God resurrects the dead. With a wee bit of faith, I can see it now. This is the music they're gonna be thumping, bumping, rocking inside their heads.
It would happen that this song will catch the eye of one particular Howie Mandel. That is, the creator of the 90s Saturday morning cartoon series, Bobby's World. Have you ever heard of Sean Reynolds and the Alphabet Wabbit? He tweeted one day. I think you guys would really dig him. And with that, Sean Reynolds and the Alphabet Wabbit entertained the world
from the safety and security of the plane. And the rest is history. No, I'm just kidding. That last part didn't happen. What really happened was nothing. That's right, absolutely nothing. The Alphabet Wabbit and Sean Reynolds did not become famous. Howie Mandel was not interested in their song, and neither was anyone else in the public. But you know what? Neither of them minded. No, they didn't care. Why? Because they were having fun, and they wholeheartedly enjoyed making music so much that it didn't matter who was listening to their songs. If they liked their songs, and if God liked their songs, that's all that mattered.
Well, we've reached the end of my story. I hope it gave you something to think about, but most of all, I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you. Have a nice day. Buddy, that sounds great, I tell you. How about next we work on that one we wrote last week? Oh, you mean the one we're thinking about turning into a rap song? You know, where I take the lead? That's the one, buddy. Let's go.